Last time on Shadow Piece, we took another step back and traveled over 800 years into the past, taking a small look into the life of the legendary warrior Joy Boy, the warrior of liberation, Nika. His story has been forgotten by the wide public. Even his name and the devil fruit he used are a delicate topic. That is why nowadays the world government censored a lot of things in history. They decide what the truth is, what the truth of the world is, and no one dares to oppose them so far. The story of the Revolutionary Army with the rescue mission of Kuma and the Sabo related things that are happening in the official manga right now or a few chapters ago also take place in this story. Luffy may have never been born, but Dragon and the Revolutionary Army are still on their way to reveal the dark secrets of the Celestial Dragons and the world government. A big war is on the horizon. Will Moria and his allies be a part of this development? Only time will tell. But the entire world will feel the consequences of Dragon's decisions. Who will win is still up in the air as well, but it will influence the future of the world and this story. While we spend our time in Wano, a lot of things happen in the outside world. The Reverie accompanied by the Revolutionaries' attack, the Blackbeard Pirates' attack on Whole Cake Island, both for the road poneglyph and Pudding's ability to read them, but this one might take a bit of a different turn than in the canon story, because Germa doesn't exist anymore, all of them are dead. Katakuri won't be held up by some members of the Germa people. And also there won't be any problems with Caesar. I personally don't even remember where Caesar is right now. But all of these things are not here in Whole Cake Island, which means Katakuri is there to help his brother Cracker against the people from the Blackbeard Pirates. Now, can Katakuri win against Kuzan? I don't believe so, but we will take a look at that some other time in the future. Somewhere else in the world, Crocodile and Mihawk established an organization called the Cross Guild. With Baroque Works as its base, they already have thousands of members. With all of these big things happening, the Marines and the world government have their hands full with all kinds of groups. The battle in Wano is of lesser importance in comparison to them. Big Mom's defeat will shake the world, and there are many candidates to become new emperors in the eyes of the government. Crocodile is the leader of the Cross Guild, Boa Hancock is the pirate empress, Kid Olor as the people that defeated Big Mom, and some other big names as well. Who will receive the title? Who will be deemed the most dangerous out of them? A scratch in the old era, but is it enough to call it the start of a new one? Only 1/4 changed. We have to wait to find out what decision will be made public for everyone to see. On the rooftop of Onigashima, Verona has been crying for Maria for a few minutes now. Her expression suddenly changes when she feels a hand on her head. This isn't Absalom's rough hand, and it's also easy to notice it isn't Brooke's skeleton hand. However, this soft-feeling hand, it shouldn't be possible. Her childhood reappears in front of her eyes. Whenever she did something right, Moria would pat her on the head, with his hand that was uncharacteristically soft for a fighter and a user of zombies. But Moria should be dead. She checked his body herself. There was no breathing, no pulse, no anything. The moment she looks up and sees her father figure moving, tears burst out of her eyes once again. He is alive. The Shadow Emperor is still alive. He really is alive. But something seems different about his appearance. The first time she looks at Maria, he is half blue and half flesh colored, the same skin tone as Perona herself. Albeit as soon as she blinks, his appearance changes and returns to his ghostly white appearance, but only half of his body. The other half is the blackest shadow imaginable. And then again, his body shifts into a third variation. Half of his body turns into a skeleton, just like Rook, while the other turns into a teenager-like version of Maria. All these changes confuse the Strawhat Pirates, but they know that this is their captain. He is just giving up these vibes that they all know and love. The only thing that remained the same in all forms was Maria's expression, a gloomy and downcast appearance. Maria is not smiling. His frown is ever remaining, even when he talks. I am sorry to have worried all of you. I wasn't strong enough and lost against Kaido. Absalom is shocked. He has talked with Maria many times, and every time the topic Kaido would come up, he would deny losing and throw a tantrum about it. However, right now, he is openly admitting it. What has changed? This is enough for Absalom to notice that Maria had to experience something incredible for such a change in his mindset to appear. We know what the change was, but his crew members don't. Maria continues.
I noticed how small we are. This world has still a lot to offer. We haven't encountered even a tiny fraction of it. Until now, we have been living inside of a well, if I want to call it that. Brook, Absalom, Perona. The future of us all will be a lot of fun.
You would imagine at least a minuscule smile after someone just said something like that, but Maria's face remains in the same frowning structure.
Now, if you would excuse me, I got a lizard to defeat.
Down in the performance floor, the samurai are continuously looking at Kaido, as he's slowly using his mind to remove one layer of flame clouds after the other. The King of the Beasts has some honor. We already knew that. He despised both Orochi for going back on his word about Odin's execution, and the old woman from the Kurosumi clan for interrupting his battle with Odin all these years back. To him, the people of Wano didn't show any backbone all the way from when he arrived on Wano until this very raid. There were only a few exceptions that dared to oppose him, but he respected these few samurai. Now the warriors of the country have shown their worth. If they all join his crew, he would be unbeatable, is at least what he thinks. Everything seems like the raid is over until shivers run down everybody's spines, Kaido included. Even Momonosuke and Yamato outside of Onigashima get goosebumps. Back on the rooftop, Moria uses his new powers for the first time. With an expansive arm movement, Moria surprises all of his crew members. The ground under their feet starts moving, and just like an elevator, they slowly move all the way down to the performance floor, where Kaido sees them arrive, and immediately starts to smile when he realizes what this means. Gecko Moria, you monster! You are even defying the natural rule of death. Let's do this one more time. Kaido wants to transform into his dragon form to fly up where Moria is. But before he can even switch into his full Zoan form, the ground under his feet starts rapidly rising. This keeps going until he reaches the top of Onigashima, where Moria awaits him. Green and purple flames surround the death god. For his own appearance, Moria created a throne out of earth in which he sat down.
Our battle isn't over, Kaido. I have returned from hell, and now I am your biggest nightmare.
Moria declares his superiority, which only increases Kaido's amusement. This is what he has been waiting for. This is the opponent he has been waiting for all these years. Someone that can push him to his limits and beyond. With his weapon in hand, he is ready for the next round, against the awakened Moria. They battled a few times already, but this time the raid will end 100% after it is over. Hisanashi, the Death Goddess, versus the Dragon God, the Azure Dragon. The true final battle between these two people that have known each other for decades is now about to start. You better be ready for continuous hype. And that's all for today. We will see each other in the next episode where the final battle is starting for real now. If you don't want to miss this big battle between Moria and Kaido that has been set up since the start of Shadow Piece, I hope all of you consider clicking on that subscribe button, because a lot of fun things are going to happen in the future. Until then, all that's left to be said is stay happy, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay cultured. This has been Pyro Prima, and we will see each other again in the next video. Until then, bye!